Peace to the whole galaxy. And
Ew.
to my bank account. Love, love.
They're faded.
Love, love. Today we are reacting to episode 12 and 13 of Cowboy Bebop. Where we left off was Jupiter Jazz Part 1. And in this video, we're going to finally be getting the Jupiter Jazz Part 2, as well as whatever the title of episode 14 is.
Not important right now.
Not important right now, although I'm sure it'll be a great episode. We're just very excited to jump into the second part of Jupiter Jazz. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. I said Jupiter Jazz too many times. I'm not saying it again. We're jumping into it. If you would like to see the full uncut, unedited, uncensored versions of this reaction and all of our previous reactions, not only can you go to patreon.com/volume1pod, but you can even click join on this very video to become a YouTube member. Early access, uncut reactions for our members. I believe we are up to 4 episodes ahead. So check it out if that seems like something you would be interested in. And you can even try out our Patreon for free for the first 7 days to see if it's right for you. With that out of the way, on to the reaction.
I was in the same squadron as Vicious on Titan. You said that you didn't need comrades, but I'm attracted to that word, to the point of tears. You see, that's what we were at Titan. We were all comrades.
Titan.
Yeah, it looks like they were in a war
On Titan is a
together.
planet.
On Titan, yeah. I'm assuming.
Spike's gonna be there.
Yeah, Spike was in this war too. Oh my god.
Harsh conditions.
That's crazy.
Another music box. Here we go. Saddest shit you ever seen in your fucking life.
Yep, every single time.
There's never a happy music box, you know?
No, it's either terrifying or sad.
What's that song? Julia. Nice melody. You mind if I play that tune on my sax when I get back home?
I do mind. I own it. You can't have it.
I'll see you.
Whoa. Bro, Vicious still looked... Oh! Oh! What the fuck?
You didn't have to be that you didn't have to do all
I was
that.
gonna say, still looked mean even back then, but then he did that shit. Maybe the scorpions are super deadly. Immediately goes back.
When I came home from the war, they put me in prison. They thought I was a spy. I heard it was Vicious that testified against me. I started to go crazy. So they gave me some new drug they were testing on prisoners. It was highly addictive. My hormones went out of balance, and this is what happened. Since I came here, there's been one other person who knew about Vicious. You're only the second one. And the second one I've told about this.
Why are you going to see Vicious? Didn't you say he framed you?
I want to find out if he did.
He'll murder you.
Death does not frighten me.
You're lying.
Either way, I don't have long to live.
Why did you bring me here?
Maybe I wanted to be with someone. I don't know.
You just help someone selfishly and you take them home, and then you go off to die.
Fuck, holy fuck. Bro, oh.
Are you sure it was this woman?
Oh, yeah. It's been 6 months since I saw a woman in the flesh. And 2 years since I saw a girl that good looking. Trust me, I wouldn't make a mistake about that.
Damn.
Man,
Year and a half of just seeing uggos, I guess.
She sat over there talking to Gren. Julia used to sit in that same seat.
Julia?
About 2 years ago, she wandered in out of the blue. A month later, she disappeared.
Yeah? What kind of girl was she?
She was a real woman.
Oh.
I'm the only one who can keep you alive, and I'm the only one who can kill you. I'm just watching a dream that I never wake up from.
It's like I'm watching a dream.
Be careful when you're with that woman.
Women are all liars.
See, the fucking doctors.
When this is over, I'm getting out of it. All of it. When I do, will you come with me?
Oh,
Are you gonna betray me?
No, please. They're gonna kill you.
Oh, you're finally up. You've been sleeping for 3 days.
Your eyes are different colors.
My left eye sees the past.
And what about your right eye?
Hmm?
what? I'm more confused than I was before.
I know.
I'm not dead. How about that? Which way is west? Thanks a bunch, pal. Tranquilizer guns, they're mocking me.
I mean, they really must not want to kill you
Yeah, I know.
because they've had multiple opportunities to do so, and you're still alive.
Excuse me. I'm looking for a blue building. It's called the Orlando Apartments. Do you know where it is?
I don't know nothing. Ask somebody else.
Hey, come on.
Forget it. I don't want anything to do with foreigners ever again.
Just asking for directions.
He got his ass whooped twice in one day.
Somewhere.
That's when you know it's bad. Like twice in one day? Fuck.
Oh, I thought you meant like looking for a job.
Blue apartment building.
Now, would you call what Jet is wearing? Would you call it a fez? I don't think it's a fez, but it's got a similar shape.
Oh, he shut her up.
Huh? Hey, wake up.
It's you.
What the hell is this all about? Oh, I get it. He's one of those kind of guys, huh?
Bruh.
Bruh.
What are you talking about? You mean Grin? He's not like anyone else.
Grin again.
She loves him.
Yeah. He melted her icy heart.
Mangan with double reverse dragon. Great, he's using an ancient code. Julia was here.
Got anything?
No.
I got a lead.
Catch him yourself.
This guy's from the group you're after. Codename Julia.
His name's Grin. Escaped from a military prison.
Another banger. The show don't miss.
I'm standing above you.
I'll send a woman over.
I was looking forward to seeing you. Personally.
You messed up the Bebop, but left the other ships intact. Was that like a hint for us to come and find you? I want my money back.
The ship's safe.
Yeah.
It only had 20,000 in it, you know. So, who is this Julia?
I don't know. She got some kind of hold on Spike. That's all I can tell you.
I need answers. We're halfway through the damn episode. I need some fucking answers. Julia.
Oh, it's a trap.
Shit. That's a trap I'd fall for. Happily.
I'm just.
All that food. Shit. Them ain't breadcrumbs. Those are whole fucking. Those are groceries
Right.
for a month.
He said I'm sending a woman.
Oh,
But it's him.
see. That's that shit from the first episode.
Mm-hmm.
reading X plus. It's real.
Give it to her.
This is the Titan opal you requested.
Tell Grin that I send my regards.
On the nightstand
You saved me from that scorpion, and yet you lied and sold me down the river.
oh fuck! Of either Spike or Julia was some of that shit. A vial of that on the nightstand.
It's you.
It's been a long time.
What do you want?
When you gave me that music box, you didn't think I'd ever break it open and look inside. Why would I?
So you found the solar transmitter.
What?
Julia found it. The moment she heard it was a gift from you, she told me to open it up and look.
He knew Julia too.
What about it?
Are you trying to kill me again? Is that it? We fought that bloody war together. We were comrades. We risked everything. I looked up to you.
I loved you.
Believed in you.
There is nothing to believe in. There's no need to believe.
Damn, he's fast. Fuck.
Damn, Lee.
R.I.P. Lee.
There is nothing in this world to believe in.
Vicious! Lynn died protecting you. His soul is lost.
He wasn't protecting me, don't you get it? He was protecting the order.
Oh, I just realized I called him Lee earlier. I'm sorry, Lynn. That was disrespectful of me.
Oh, I said Lee too. We said Lee a lot, actually.
But I did say Lynn earlier because of Lin Manuel.
You did.
You know what? It's his fault.
Whoa.
Damn. Fucking missiles. Holy shit. 1,000 people just died right now. Whoa.
Oh. Damn.
Come on. Hey! Grin, tell me where Julia is. I've got to find her.
Julia's gone. How did you know?
What happened? I need to know. You've got an internal injury. I don't know if an ambulance will even come out to this place.
Put it away. Can you lift me up there onto the ship again? I want to go to Titan.
You can't make it there in this condition. It would take too long.
I'm not gonna make it anyway. Dying on my way there would be a good way to go. Can you help me take off? I get it now. You're the one, aren't you? You're Spike. Juliet was always talking about you. Your eyes are different colors. I remember her saying that.
Are they?
Said you get a strange feeling if you keep looking straight into his eyes.
Where'd you meet her? Where was she?
Right on the corner bar stool. She'd slip in when I wasn't looking. She'd ask me to play the same song every time she came in. Strange, lilting tune. And then she would smile. Oh, what a smile. So sad. So beautiful.
I mean, is one just a light
One's
dark
a little
and the other one's a
darker.
dark brown, light brown? I mean, I don't know what's going on.
What are you bringing in?
Nothing. Hurry up and get inside. We're taking off.
Oh shit, that's the magazine I read.
What'd you say?
L's magazine.
Nothing, just thinking about someone.
Where'd you guys go anyway?
Someplace very good.
How come Edward got left out?
Oh, I'll tell you about it someday.
Nah, it's all right.
Oh, Ed, anything but blue.
Anything but blue.
Because she's sad.
Warrior's
Star just fell from the
tear.
sky.
That is not an ordinary star, my son. That star is the tear of a warrior, a lost soul who has finished his battle somewhere on this planet. A pitiful soul who could not find his way to the lofty realm where the Great Spirit awaits us all.
I like this song.
I actually really like it too. A lot. Makes me kind of sad though. It's It's making me
Start
sad.
crying.
Yeah, I feel like I might start crying for no reason if I keep listening to it. Sax in it for Grin. You know why he's called Grin? Because he is the embodiment of chagrin, the emotion. Chagrin, distress or embarrassment at having failed or been humiliated.
Might be onto something.
Wow. You think it's grin, but it's actually chagrin. It's a good song, though. I can't skip it.
No, you can't.
I can't not listen. Do you have a comrade? I mean, obviously that was an incredibly beautiful episode, but I just cannot help like I'm missing something.
I have more questions now than
I do too. I was looking at this episode for answers, and I got more questions now than ever.
Something about the eye. So he has a fake eye. That the man with two different colored eyes. That doesn't seem
one
right.
is light brown, and one is slightly darker brown.
Yeah, they look
Let's try to
exactly
unpack.
the same. Okay, so
one sees the future. No, one sees the past, right?
And
I'm
then
assuming
she
one
asks
sees
the right, like, what is the right? What is the right? Yeah, what is the right?
future or present. It has to be, right? You'd think.
But it could be like, it's not actually looking into the future.
Right.
Because he's stuck in the past.
Because he is stuck. He is stuck.
Everyone,
which is why it's like
should look to the future.
At the end of the episode and the beginning of the episode, how these two are book ended with this conversation between these two people on this planet. Warrior's tear, because his battle is like over.
I think they were referring to Grin.
Oh.
And
yeah, you're right.
Grin's like desire to like Grin's like unfinished business of like not knowing why his comrade would like ever betray him for no reason.
You're absolutely right.
And he's like stuck in that time.
Interesting. Okay, so let's try to unpack Grin since we're on Grin. Went to this war with Vicious, exchanged a music box, looked up to Vicious, then felt like Vicious or heard that Vicious sold them out, and after at which point they were sent to prison and given this like experimental drug that altered their hormones, yada yada. The rest
Yiddy
is
X.
Yeah, it's called Yiddy X. It's like Gen V, but it gives you the power of Yiddies, which I think are stronger than Homelander.
Right.
And any of Homelander's abilities.
Homelander wishes that he
he really does.
own Yiddies.
He really wishes, because then he could produce his own breast milk. So, is this drug the drug that we saw in episode 1? Right? Is that the drug that they were like?
Red Eye.
Maybe it was in its like
Red Eye.
Yeah, Red Eye. Was it in its like beta form? Is this drug created by the government? The same government that took him?
They said it when they were explaining the Red Eye. It's like really hard to make. That's why it's so expensive. And it's like a new, I forgot what they said. Damn it, I'm forgetting. But it was kind of explained when it was introduced in episode 1.
Because I'm starting to think that like maybe there's also something to the drug, and it could have been anything in that vial on the nightstand. But when we first of all, we got to see more in this flashback than we've ever seen before. And maybe we've seen glimpses of some things, but there seemed to be a vial of a drug on a nightstand that was either Vicious's nightstand spikes or Julia's.
Vicious also said that like, oh God, I'm so bad with quoting. Something about like, I'm the only one that can kill you.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe
okay. Because we know now, right, because of Grin,
right,
that the government has taken people prisoner to use them as experiments, guinea pigs.
Experimentations.
Yeah.
So Spike
yeah,
is an experimentation. Maybe he forgot, was a prisoner. And maybe he is like genetically altered in a way, because like this fool's like, I don't know, really close to death all the time. And when he was like a tranquilizer gun, like what if it was a real gun? Like this fool got shot before. I don't know. I was just thinking about like, remember when he got shot and he was asleep for 3 days? Like maybe a regular person getting shot, they would have died.
God, it's so interesting because it would make you look back at other instances differently.
And I think Vicious might have some of that too.
Yeah. Because during that montage, we do get to see the doctors all huddled around Spike again. And it's just an emphasis on the eye, though, that is kind of interesting to me. Different colored eyes. And if you look at them long enough, I forgot. I forgot the exact quote. I'm bad at quotes too, but we just watched it together. Yeah, I thought it was kind of simple and not in a bad way, but I thought it was just like, oh, they were part of a team. They used to run together. Something happened, and it caused them to all go their separate ways. Even for a moment, I thought maybe Julia's dead. But now it's like, no, they're all alive, and it's way more complicated than that. I don't think Spike was in this war, but Vicious was, and Julia's still out there, and I feel more lost, and that is not how I expected to feel after this episode. But that's a great thing. I think now we're officially halfway through. This is this episode marks the halfway point.
I also liked this part 1, part 2 with like finally the realization, and maybe he didn't want to say it to Faye or to Spike, but I think Jet came to the realization like he doesn't want to be alone. Like he's all this talk of like, leave, like I don't care, like get out of here. And then he's like, wait, you can come back if you bring him. And then Spike shows up with nothing and he's like, you could just come in. And the same thing with Faye, like going out of his way to like search for her. And the fact that he didn't know how much money was in the vault. Yes. And was like, oh, subtle, really? Yeah, it was just like, it was not about the money. Like I thought that was cool.
Well, yeah, and I mean, I think the end of this episode, leaving us on like, do you have a comrade, is in a way showing us the importance of comrades.
Yes.
In general, and them to each other.
And I think that Grin maybe taught Faye some of that.
The importance of comrades.
Maybe Faye, we don't know like Faye's backstory completely yet. So maybe she had just like obviously bad experiences with like trusting people. But I think that she learned now, that she can maybe trust them a little bit more than she has.
These guys, yeah.
Yeah. But Grin did a number on Faye. Faye's fucked up.
Faye is fucked up after Grin. Up. Like I've never Grin is Faye's Julia.
I know.
Yeah. Which sounds like a name that I would use if I were to get into like the hip hop game. Faye's Julia.
Oh.
Yeah. Seems kind of cool.
Orange Julius.
That works too. But yeah, man, I think you're absolutely right. I think you hit the nail on the head. Comrades, the importance of comrades, touching on the little moments throughout. It was a really powerful episode. I mean, even the way it ended, and there could be some truth to it even farther about like us being now at the literal halfway mark. And this was the incident that while we still don't have the answers to the bigger picture, this moment was their official forming of their like group. Like before, maybe Faye was just there because it was convenient.
Right.
And maybe, Jet was like not really like, he was lying to himself about how much he actually cared. But after all of this goes down, it's like, no, we're a family, we're a team at least.
And I think everyone's kind of on the same page with this Julia person. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't think they would be opposed to like if Spike were to like, yeah, we're gonna go like look for her. Mm-hmm. I don't think they would be like, no. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. Now they're kind of all not, I guess, curious of like, why is Spike so hung up? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, and they all, I guess, have their own reasons to be invested.
Right. Faye with Grin. Grin knew Julia. Julia's connected to Vicious. Mm-hmm. And I think now we're going to start to see more of like that overarching plot with like Vicious and Spike. I think, more so towards the back end of the series.
It's just curious, though, that Ed, which I get it. Ed just like did not fit into that story at all. And Ed and Ein were on the ship the whole time.
Yeah, I wonder if that's just going to be the thing. Like, I wonder if Ed is just like not going off the ship.
Yeah.
But we haven't really seen Ed do much.
He's
sure kind of like the wild
like,
card.
Absolutely. I just feel like maybe Ed just didn't have anything to do necessarily in this story. So they're like, we're going to keep Ed on the ship. Ed will be off the ship at some point.
It's funny because I expected Ed and like Ein to be inseparable, but Ein genuinely like sometimes is cool and then other times like you're fucking annoying. Like you're fucking annoying me. Like hitting Ein and like laying all those snacks out. I was just like, oh, God, you're so annoying. Like, why do I have to be just with you?
But that's why I love them, you know, because I like to see a little bit of contention between any dynamic duo.
Lynn died too. We were talking a lot of shit about Lynn. We were talking a lot of shit about Lynn. Did not last long. Another example of Vicious's outlook. Vicious circle. Vicious's out. Vicious's?
Vicious is out. Yeah.
I don't like how it sounds.
It's like edited. Yeah.
Right.
Vicious's
out. Outlook on comrades and people that he
expendable.
Everyone's expendable. Everyone. It doesn't matter.
Not to be confused with The Expendables, which was I think
which a film
with Sylvester Stallone and Jason Statham.
Did they remake it? No.
I think they made like 5 or 4 or something like that. Maybe 3. But yeah, I think you're absolutely right. I mean, again, overall, like an incredibly powerful episode. I just feel a little more lost, but that's fine. We
still have a while to go before the ending.
I'm more curious, I'll tell you that.
I'm curious if it's going to start to become a goose chase for this Julia character.
I kind of hope so. I want to know what.
But why?
But you know what?
But why up until this moment? Like, is it just convenient now that like it's in the mix?
Well,
and
maybe this is
Spike
the closest
like,
that they've been. Like, this is the most they've gotten about Julian in maybe a long time. Maybe it's been cold for a long time.
Right. He wasn't really looking either.
And he wasn't really looking, and it kind of maybe found him, fell into his lap. But also, I hope that it doesn't completely abandon its episodic, formula that has been consistent over the course of the first half. It'd
be kind of interesting if it did change up, but I don't think it will. I think we might see something similar to this, where there's like a part 1, part 2, where they cover that stuff, and then it's really not talked about again. We'll see in the next episode that we're going to start right now.
Literally the very next episode.
Literally, we're about to see.
So let's just hop in with all of that said to our next reaction. Our reaction of episode 14, Bohemian Rhapsody.
The goggles.
Sick.
Gotta have the goggles.
Oh, fuck.
Oh.
That's intimidating, bro. I would not want to see that at the top of the escalator.
Everyone got their shades on.
I fuck with it. Ew.
Check me.
Yeah, Ed's like, bro, let me get in the mix.
Right.
Because look at everybody's just coming and going.
Welcome back. So, how'd it go?
They were just stories that got their stash stolen. They were the cops don't.
So, what? You did it. You caught every criminal on the whole list, but you didn't pick up any leads or clues? Come on.
Oh, the bongos. Damn.
That's just harassment. Waste of resources.
You know what's harassment? Pronouncing harassment that way.
Harassment. I didn't even know it was that fucking word. That's how fucking far away from the actual word you pronounced it.
That was harassment to my ears.
Damn.
Hi, amigos. That bunny hunters. How y'all doing?
Once again, it's time for Big Shot.
They caught the lowdown outlaws who carried out those recent gate attacks.
Really?
It looks like they were caught in the act, but none of them was the mastermind.
Oh, and you don't get the reward unless you find the mastermind, right?
Shucks howdy, that's right.
Then the guys who caught him don't get a penny. Sorry, you guys.
Bro, always
They're
a
always
catch.
talking to them.
Hoods who usually rob convenience stores suddenly attack an Astral Gate.
Maybe it's a new fad for criminals.
Right. Hey kids, if you're a fashion-conscious young hood, remember that cute girl won't even look your way unless you knock over an astral gate. Do it today. You mean like that?
That was good. That was a good
That was
improv
good.
thing.
So, listen guys, why don't we all pony up the information we have on this case and agree to split the bounty 3 ways? What do you say?
You're kidding, right? You're the one who said to work separately.
You guys are really keen on the idea. I can't believe it. After all, we each wanted the bounty to put in our own pockets, right?
All 20 hits were done the same way. Every one of them infiltrated the toll booth and attached the hacking unit very precisely. So, when the ship was coming through, at the exact moment it paid the toll, they could steal the entire balance from the credit chip. The unit immediately sent the cash credits over a secured link to a bank on Europa. There, the money was electronically laundered through a series of blind transactions that can't be traced in any way. All the culprits were caught in the act. None of them have anything in common. On top of that, not one of them had a single stolen Wulong on them. That's all the information I could get. How about you?
The guy I nabbed was so clueless. He said he was following the instructions from a manual he got mail order from some website.
All new criminal support software. Act now for this special offer. For the low introductory price of 30,000 Wulongs, you can be a billionaire. What the hell?
It's complicated to be an outlaw nowadays.
Where is this mail order company?
It's virtual. There's no actual location. The website's gone without a trace.
Right. How about you?
Those hacking units weren't designed by some piker. It was an insider who knows precisely how the gate system works. Whoever's behind it is probably connected to the Gate Corporation. I tried to look into it, but
You mean a crooked programmer?
Right, yeah. But the guys from the Gate Corporation suddenly became very uncooperative. It was as if they knew what was going on, but they didn't want to talk about it, you know?
All right, Ed, it's your time to shine. Show them how valuable you are.
Where were we?
Here, wait a minute. Yeah, these pieces are it. They're still our best clues.
Give it to Ed. Give it. There it is. This is a memory cartridge for playing e-chips. The memory chip stores data within the piece. Yeah, you can activate one game. It connects to the net.
Whoa.
See?
And so this has something to do with the incidents at the gate?
Not a bit.
Maybe this whole thing with the Astral Gate is really just a big game. Go ahead and play against your cyber opponent, Ed.
Right.
I'll try dealing with the Gate Corporation again.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ed's gonna score more. Play ball.
Another bounty hunter? I don't care what he wants. Send him away.
He says he's looking for a programmer who likes to play chess.
What?
It's you. You too, eh, John? You went through all that trouble for nothing, like an amateur.
Rivals.
This one is much tougher than it looks, Jet.
Oh, fuck.
You read our
What?
bulletin. All the information is there. It's very straightforward.
What do you mean? Wait, hold on.
I'm afraid there's no smoking allowed in here.
Huh? Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. Actually, I don't have any questions. It's just, there's something I want you to see.
What's that?
This is a game, all planned out in advance. You gate guys know exactly what I'm talking about. You put a bounty out on some mastermind who may not even exist, which means you don't want the police to know who's really behind this. You suits are using us bounty hunters like pawns, and I don't appreciate it.
Whoa.
Damn.
Bounty hunters should look for bounties. I suggest you do that. Maybe you used to work for the ISSP, maybe not. Either way, you'd be wise to drop this line of inquiry. Our guest is leaving now. Make sure he's escorted out of the building.
And you be wise to not turn your back to me.
Right.
Sir.
Exactly.
this thing ever gets out.
Oh, smart.
I'm fully aware of the danger.
And if we don't catch him fast, the situation can only get worse.
Why would a ghost from 50 years ago suddenly come back now?
And he gives everyone a chess piece. Unbelievable. Chess Master Hex.
Bro, I thought this guy said it was going to be hard. Easy for Jet.
Chess Master Hex, huh?
Okay, Jet, don't be saying that shit out loud.
Why did you need to say that out loud in the parking lot?
Right.
Chess Master Hex, huh?
He looks cool, though.
He does.
It's about to figure it out right now.
Yeah, Ed would fucking crush at chess.
Ed is literally playing with him right now.
Yeah.
I wonder what they were planning to do with these things.
Well, the data doesn't have any meaning, but what if the chess pieces themselves are some kind of message?
Hey, Spike.
Longest laugh ever.
See what you can find on it. He could be the so-called mastermind behind this thing.
Huh. Ed?
Edward is very busy right now.
Oi.
Checkmate.
That's right. That's right.
At least my knight takes your role.
This guy is.
He's having a great time.
Yeah,
He's having a fucking
excited
great
right now.
time.
Way too excited.
Genius. I like this fellow.
Chess Master Hex, estimated to be 98 years old, a programmer that had been dubbed a genius from his teens. In the CosmoNet chess tournaments, he held the champion seat for decades. He applied his intellect to the Hyperspace Gate project, joining the program at 30 years of age. He eventually developed a central control system that all gates use to this day.
Oh, wow.
But after that, he started to have doubts. He said the design had defects and the gates shouldn't be built yet. He wanted to run more tests. So they fired him and built the gates anyway.
Uh-oh.
Missing for the last 50 years.
So he's the mastermind who taught those beginners.
But why? Is he trying to get revenge after all these years, or what?
Maybe if we track him down, we can get to the bottom of it. Hey, Ed.
Edward is very busy. Try later.
Forget later. We need some help now. Let's go.
Ed? We're trying to find a guy named Hex. He's in cyberspace.
Hex the chess master. Edward is playing chess against him right now.
Huh?
This guy, dude.
Through Edward's game and we're coming up on him. Are you guys standing by?
I don't like this. He made it much too easy to trace him. This guy's too smart for that.
Maybe it's a false trail. I mean, look where we're heading.
Oh, she gets her own spacesuit.
Hold on a minute. Listen to me.
She looks like the Pink Ranger.
A long time ago, a kind of floating scrapyard where they leave wrecked gate parts, abandoned spaceships, and scrap metal. People moved in and started living there. Squatters and drifters. There's no government, no nationality, no taxes, and no cops.
Move me in. Where do I put in my application?
It'd also make it a perfect place to hide out.
Remember, this could be a trap, a continuation of the game.
Whatever happens, happens.
Spike's cool as fuck for that. Whatever happens, happens.
Looks like there's air in here.
Then there's someone there.
How's it going, Jet?
Jonathan, what are you doing out here?
Fucking Jonathan. It's either a Lynn or a Jonathan.
You mean you've been following us? What for?
It's like this. I've got a score to settle with the guy you're looking for.
Oh.
Come on, Ed.
Bye.
Bye bye.
A cat. That's our producer, Monty the cat. Just as fat, too. He's in there, and they're going to find him right as he loses his game against Ed. Lots of animals.
What the hell?
Whoa. It's a crazy maze.
Peace to the whole galaxy. And
Ew.
to my bank account, love, love.
They're faded.
Love, love.
Hi.
Chess Master Hex, I take
Oh,
it.
is
Don't
that
try
him?
anything.
No.
Understand?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, could you be just a little quieter, please?
Old man.
Hey, hold on a minute.
Pretending to be senile won't get you out of this.
Who are you?
Either you give me the money you took, or I put a hole right through your brain.
That's quite a large pipe there.
Hey, what you doing, Hex?
Oh, you got
This guy is everywhere.
formidable opponent in
These
Asia.
three
Bro, all these
guys.
guys, yeah.
Player to pin you down. Let's have lunch first.
You ate lunch a few minutes ago, blast it.
Really? Did I like it?
Who are these guys?
Don't know. But this one is losing it.
You leave your brain somewhere?
Yeah, like you can talk, you numbskull.
Interesting. These guys are way more important than we gave them credit for.
They're everywhere.
Now, damn it. God damn it. Anyone, everyone, you, the whole world. It's all a mistake!
Thank you.
What are we gonna do with him? The old duffer's out of touch. He can't recall yesterday.
Throw him out
let
into
alone 50
space.
Years ago.
Lucky for him, Hex is no longer here. There's no one left but an old man who loves to play games.
Okay.
Hex was furious. He wanted revenge, and this is how he got it. He set up the sting to kick in 50 years later when the gate was pre-scheduled for its first automatic tech upgrade. It was all planned out. He even arranged for his operatives to carry chess pieces to let you know that he had finally gotten back at you.
Smart.
Wow.
50 years is a long time. Hex got old. Then he got senile. He completely forgot about the traps that he himself had set.
Wow, that's such an interesting story.
You know he won't expose you now. Your dirty little secret will remain a secret. You can't tell anyone about the defects you built into the gates. So that's it then. You don't have to worry about him. You just have to worry about us.
Damn.
Money, is that it? Come on, say it. What's your price to keep from leaking this thing to the press?
Just leave the old guy alone. Call off the bounty hunters. That's all we ask.
I would ask for money as well.
Ask for something.
You see, Ed would be unhappy if she lost her favorite chess partner. And we wouldn't want that to happen, now would we?
Okay, Ed is talking to the creator of Gates, a sentient AI weather satellite downloaded into her goggles.
Again?
Not again. Ed's still playing.
You mean you played the same game for a week? I see. Well,
That's crazy.
Good luck, Ed.
They're faded.
Faded.
Oh, Newbie, you're in a good mood today.
Howdy there, guys.
Bro, and how are they getting to all these different locations?
Just like Spike is.
Checkmate.
I lost.
Damn.
He got me.
At the very end.
Oh,
Oh, that's sad, dude. That was sad. Another great episode, man. Cowboy Bebop does it again. It does this thing over and over and over. And, you know, I'm just saying, you know, I haven't seen as much anime as you, but I feel like I've consumed a lot of anime, a lot of television, a lot of story. And still, every time I am genuinely surprised by the direction of every episode that we've seen so far. It has this ability to continue to be like, to subvert expectations, to have this like sort of twist, this reveal. It's like really satisfying, like extremely satisfying, and feels like something I've never seen before. Like this, the idea that this guy was a genius and was upset because the gates weren't ready. They fired him, and then he set something up so that when we find him, he's old and senile, so he can't be the guy doing all these things. It's just really good writing, like, right? Consistently every episode. And I like, and we were talking about this in our last conversation, I like that Ed had something to do this time around.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah. Ed needs to get
to
a
do some more
promotion.
stuff.
Yeah. So let Ed off the damn ship. Let Ed off Bebop into the world.
Yeah, I mean, Ed seems like the type too, where she's like, I don't really like. She won't be begging to get off. She's content.
Like me. Yeah.
To like playing with
yeah.
video games and computers or whatever.
They had to drag me, out of the house. You got to drag Ed off of Bebop.
Exactly. But there's sometimes, I'd like to see Ed out and about one episode. That would be cool.
Yeah. I think it's inevitable. But yeah, man, those guys too. I'm cool if it's a gag, but that's the thing. You never know.
I think it's a gag.
Are these guys?
I think it's a gag.
Are they really? But see, that's the thing. Like, it could be a gag, and it could never be explained ever in the show. But is it like a fan theory? Is it like something that people speculate about? Like, actually, these guys could be important. They could have worked with this guy, or they could work for these people. I don't know. I love that shit because, again, it feels so lived in, and we're seeing them everywhere. Like, I want there to. I want to know
like
the fan
every other
theories.
episode, if not every episode.
Because sure, running gag, get it, love it. But what are the fan theories? What are the tinfoil Bebop heads saying? You know what I mean? About these guys and their history and where they come from. I need to know. Because I feel like we're still learning like extremely important things about the world in the background. Again,
right.
And that's on top of everything I said earlier. It's important details about the world that is also a through line every single episode. Here, these gates that we've been seeing everybody go through this entire time, not ready, built-in malfunctions or built-in sort of like bugs or whatever. Like this,
for what reason?
Yeah. Now, that is one critique I have of the episode, and we kind of talked about it or reacted to it during when we saw it. But Jet.
What?
Ask for a little bit. I mean,
right.
I get it. The guy is sweet. He's seen now. He just loves playing games. He was fucked over.
I mean, he's gonna die. But yeah.
But
just ask for something else. Like, I would have. It would have been
X amount of money and leave the guy alone.
I would have liked him to say all that stuff, like leave him alone. Ed's favorite chess player. But 50 million wulong wasn't gonna hurt anybody. That would have been good. Like something like that.
Good.
Yeah. Oh, my ship could use a couple more boosters. Like, I don't know, something like that.
That was good.
See, something that would have been more. I would have believed that a little bit more.
Yeah.
Because he's the money man. Spike gets the money, blows it, or not blows it, but like they never have money.
Mm-hmm.
And like you never see them eat. Rarely do you see them eat.
Bro, and that would have been a lot of money. Like everybody
he was
uses these gates.
Yeah, he was gonna be like, oh, what's the price? Like, what's the number?
He would have wrote a check faster than Bebop could complete the...
Well, they don't want to take money from corrupt people, I guess,
Yeah.
But they're the real villains.
Oh, corporations are the real villains.
They were the real villains to like take advantage of that.
Yes.
They're trying to like, this guy got revenge on them because they did something wrong.
Yeah.
So get your bag.
Yeah.
But
overall, though, again, it just consistently does this thing. I just to the point that we made in the last conversation we had. We're still here. We're still doing it.
Yes.
The way Bebop does it.
We're still here.
Well, because we were like, I don't know,
kidding.
now that it's getting into the vicious Julia sort of like Spike backstory thing, like, is it going to go more that way after the halfway mark? But we're still doing it.
Yeah.
And this is why I love Bebop. And as we were having that conversation, I was like, I do want to know more, but I also don't want them to lose that. And they haven't. 2 awesome episodes. Yet again, I have to say that
it's a treat.
It's this episode in particular. This feels like a show because, everything else we have watched, when you have like a narrative, each episode builds to a climax, a finale. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like not really fair to like rank episodes the same way it would be fair to rank like almost these like episodic, standalone adventure episodes. So I almost want to go back once we complete it, if it continues this way, and kind of like rank my
that would be fun
favorite episodes.
Yeah, we could do like a tier list of episodes.
Yeah,
that would be a lot of fun.
Because this one wasn't like, the young, the harmonica, old man boy was cool.
Yeah.
It wasn't as like weird as that one, but it was still like really good. Like I really liked this last episode.
Well, I liked also like this, I don't even know, like the place that they were all living, like they were smoking weed and there was just random shit.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, that was a freaking
trap house.
It was a trap house. It was a space trap house.
That guy just needed to chill out. He needed to smoke some weed, chill out. Yeah. I just want. I hope Ed isn't just like a caricature of a character. Right. I want some more.
Yeah.
From her.
Same.
I want them to implement her a little bit more.
Yeah, I want them her to have more to do.
Right. And I like kind of how she stumbles into like situations. She's not really looking like they are, taking everything seriously. It just kind of happens.
Yeah.
That way, which I do like. And I guess it's like she's a kid. I don't know.
Yeah.
It'd be crazy if they did a Bebop spinoff where they're all older.
Don't let them hear you say that, because I'm sure.
No, I don't think they would touch the anime.
No, they can't touch the anime. Fans would literally riot. I mean, maybe not if they made a movie, like an animated movie, but if they're like, we're making a spinoff, the streets would be ablaze.
Well, it wouldn't. Unless they had like unless they brought back like this most of the same team,
right,
or people that like had the same vision for what this is. Like, it's not gonna be the same, but they could try to make it as close as possible, but it's not ever gonna be the same.
No, I'm
not saying that because it's like an elitist. Like, no, I don't want to be like an elitist, because things are made from other things that are really good. But I just don't think it'll have the same feeling,
because this does feel like lightning in a bottle. It really, really does.
But never say never.
Yeah,
I mean, they could.
Shit, in today's age,
I wouldn't like if it was like Ed's captain of the Bebop now. Like, it would have to be like completely different characters.
But
it'd have to be like a bounty series.
Yeah.
Like, I would, it would be like if One Piece, after it's over, followed all new, pirates.
Yeah.
Instead of like, people would be like, but people would like it.
I don't know, man. I mean, I'm just saying, in today's media landscape, like, nothing surprises me. If they said they were making anything, spinoff, sequel, I mean, it would just live action animated, it would just not surprise me.
Oh, I have a question for you guys. After we're done with the first series, should we watch the live action and react to it on the channel? We would just do episode 1 and 2, because we've reacted to One Piece live action. I don't think there's any Gios live action that I know of.
Not that I know of.
Neon, I don't think so.
Not that I know of.
Gurren, I don't think so. But there is one, and it's Bebop. I am very curious now watching how it is. I would go into it like expecting it to be bad, but not terrible. But I really want to watch it now. Maybe it's just like torture porn or something.
Well, just because it's like, now you have context for it, so of course you want to watch it. Yeah. To see like how now you understand how bad it is if it's bad, or how not bad it is if it's not that bad.
Like, I watched Avatar: The Last Airbender live action, but I wasn't really that connected to the story. I didn't watch all of it. So I've only watched like episodes here and there. I knew like the characters and how they were supposed to be and act, but it didn't hit me as hard. So I'm wondering if I like fall in love with the whole cast of Bebop and I watch the live action, I'm going to be like,
let us know your conspiracy theory about those 3 old men and
the 3 amigos.
The 3 amigos, and if you would like to see us react to the live action.
So you could watch us cringe.
Yeah, and you could
I'm sure.
The trauma,
and it'll be like fresh. We had just watched Bebop.
Oh yeah.
People that are watching live action, they're like, "Oh, I watched it like series 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Like, this is gonna be fucking fresh. So the wounds are gonna be open, and it's gonna be salt and lime time.
Salt and lime in the wound.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to do it for these reactions and discussions. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed yet. It matters.
It matters.
It helps.
I know they all say it, but it actually does.
It does. So it would mean the world to us if you would subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. Leave your comments on the things that we asked you about, but also anything down below. And if you'd like to see the full uncut, unedited, uncensored versions of these reactions and all of our previous reactions, all you got to do is go to patreon.com/volume1pod or click join somewhere next to the subscribe button on this video to become a YouTube member. You can even try our Patreon out for free for the first 7 days to see if it's right for you. Speaking of our members, we'd like to take a moment.
Our members.
To thank. Yes, Megan.
Oh, sorry.
Members.
Another word.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Yikes. Members of our V1P tier. So thank you to everyone, but a very special thank you to
Try Sapphire, Wombo, David Ramirez,
Roland V Dub, Jonathan R, Tyler's a nerdy bassist, and Quattro.
Yay.
Thank you guys from the bottom of our hearts. You guys are the goats, our rocks. The only thing left to do now is to get out of here on our outro that's always the same and never changes, which today, Megan, is
Checkmate.
Checkmate. Kind of like brings me back to Gios.
Really?
Yes, really.
Really?
Yes, really.
Really?
Yeah. Thank you so much for watching, for clicking on this video, for hanging out with us. And until next time, checkmate. I told you I was going to be my little loose, but I was going to say.
You thought I was a fool, didn't you?
You thought I was an old man. Turns out you're the old fool. I don't know. Well, it was kind of fun.